Hello everyone, this is Pooka and welcome to another edition of Bad Deck Monday. I'm just gonna jump right into it. Today we're going to look at a deck based around the brand new Noivern card. So the ability Echolocation is very similar to Chinchino's Smooth Coat. If any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks, flip a coin. If heads, you prevent that damage completely. So this can be a very, very annoying Pokemon. If you keep flipping heads, you could just neutralize your opponent's attacks completely and continue to use the attack Boomburst. 30 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. So the idea here is just keep using Boomburst. Spread as much damage as you can, survive as long as possible, and that's really about it. Noivern all the way. Now, of course, just doing this probably won't work, so we do need a few partners to help us achieve our goal. Number one is going to be the big bad Dusknoir that we see quite frequently in decks for Sinister Hand. Allows you to just rearrange the damage on your opponent's Pokemon, so if we use Boomburst a couple times, we can just take damage from all over the place and redirect it to a place that is best suited for us at the time. So Noivern and Dusknoir going to be our partners in crime here. But if you notice, this is a very hefty attack cost. Psychic, Dark, Colorless, not easy to power up. 3 attachments. So we're also going to run Milotic, who has Energy Grace. Take 3 basic energy from your discard pile. Attach to one of your Pokemon, but you also have to knock out Milotic to use this. But it's worth it to get that energy acceleration. Now, to neutralize the prize loss, we're also going to be running Life Dew as the A-Spec card in this deck. So you can attach the Life Dew to Milotic, use Energy Grace, and you don't have to give up a prize. So it's a pretty cool combo there. Just instant energy acceleration without giving up the prize. Life Dew, pretty cool. Other Pokemon we have in the deck, Mr. Mime to block some bench damage. Poor Phoebus only has 30 HP, so he'll be knocked out by things like Hammerhead, Frost Spear, and Night Spear. We want to have Bench Barrier to stop that from happening, and we have low HP Pokemon in general, so blocking bench damage is a good thing. And we want to slow down the opponent sometimes. This is going to be a deck that's going to take some time to set up, so we're also going to have Sigilif for the Safeguard ability. Can also attack with Psychic in weird situations if need be. So those are the Pokemon for the deck. Pretty simple and straightforward, but very difficult to execute strategy since you need so much energy and all these evolutions and you don't even do that much damage and it's just kind of a mess sometimes. But we're going to try to make it work here on Bad Deck Monday. Our supporter cards, we have 3 Skyla, 4 Juniper, 4 N, and 3 Colress. Pretty standard. Got 14 of those supporter cards there. 4 Ultra Ball to search for the Pokemon, 3 Evo Soda to evolve the Pokemon. And then we have a couple switching cards, 1 Escape Rope, 2 Switch, 2 Startling Megaphone because Garbodor is very difficult to deal with when your entire deck revolves around abilities. What else? We got a Professor's Letter to search for our basic energy, and then a Hypnotoxic Laser just for whatever, might as well try to get some extra damage on there sometimes. 6 Psychic Energy, 5 Darkness Energy, and that is our deck in a nutshell. Again, not a very complicated concept, very difficult to execute, just so much to pull off. But let's see if we can work some magic here on Pokemon TCG Online. Jump right into a game, see what happens. A lot of the games I played with this deck were awful. I just got my lone basic knocked out over and over, and I was thinking, man, I am just never going to get a good game with this deck. It is just too bad. But let's see if we can do it here. So we got a mulligan to work with right off the bat. I see a Mewtwo and a Trubbish. Not a good sight right off the bat, right? The Garbodor is a real pain. Mewtwo can be very aggressive against this deck. But I'm going to start off with the Ultra Ball. We'll go ahead and Ultra Ball for, well, we can do any number of things here. We can do a Noibat or a Duskull or a Sigilif or Phoebus. Not really sure what the best option is, but I'm just going to Ultra Ball and Ultra Ball again. I'm going to grab maybe Phoebus, maybe Duskull, maybe Sigilif. I guess we're going to go for the Phoebus. Having that early energy acceleration could be nice to get an extra boom burst. Never know. Alright, so we Juniper drawn to some decent cards there. Got a couple more basics down on the board. And not a bad turn one. Gotta say, we got the double Noibat, we got an energy down, got the Phoebus, we got a Duskull, we got a Sigilif. Unfortunately, I did have to discard my Dusclops, and the second one is prized. I don't play rare candy in here, since, Dusknoir's not an urgent need to get into play. But second Dusclops prized, so that's going to make it very difficult to do anything here. We saw a super scoop up. What is going on? Energy, a muscle band. I mean, what is this nonsense? What is going on here? I don't know. I'm just going to try to roll with it and see what happens. I have one of these unfortunate hands where I'll probably have to Juniper away my startling megaphone against a Garbodor deck. So this does not have the elements of a winning combination so far. I guess we'll go ahead. I could maybe pass, but I think I'm just going to Juniper and kind of go for it. See what happens from here. Let's go with an Ultra Ball. Let's get rid of a Psychic Energy and maybe that Escape Rope. I don't really need that. Get another Noibat into play. Just trying to get our Pokemon out, as much as we can. And then I'm going to pass the turn. I do have 2 energy on the bench. Noivern, if we get a Darkness Energy next turn, we can start using that Boomburst. Start putting on the beats and see if that works out. We do see Oblivion Wing from Yveltal, and a Garbodor comes out, but there is no Pokemon tool, so no Garbotoxin quite yet. I'm going to go ahead with the Evo Soda. We'll just get a second Noivern into play. And I guess, here we go. We can attach that Darkness Energy, and my opponent didn't play a supporter, so I'm not going to bother with the end. We're just going to Boomburst. And 30 to everything. Boom. Take that, everything. And okay, now we'll have to see if my opponent can respond with a knockout here. Second energy going on to the Mewtwo. Will my opponent have anything else, though? Gotta have a way to get the Yveltal out of the active spot. It has a 2 retreat cost. Never mind, there's a Scoop Up Cyclone. That's not cool. And an N, putting me at 6 cards. Guess my opponent found a supporter. But no Pokemon tool for... Oh, actually, what just happened there? Yeah, no Pokemon tool for the Garbodor, so X-Ball is 0 thanks to the Echo location. Yeah, alright, we flipped the heads. That's a really big flip, stayed alive there. Get to keep my energy, get to potentially Boomburst again, but you know what? My Dusclops is prized. I need to start digging for prizes as soon as possible. I need Dusknoir to win at some point. So let's let's do this, right? We're going to Skyla. I was hoping for an Ultra Ball, but apparently I've used all of those. I'm just hoping I can maybe discard a couple more energy before I go for the Milotic and Energy Grace here, but I think we're just going to do it. I have a Psychic in the discard already. We're going to attack with Sigilif. Why not? All right, we can Psychic for a knockout. We've already done the 30. It's going to be perfect math here. So let's retreat into the Sigilif. Life Dew on the Milotic. Oh, man, we're pulling off the whole combo here. Energy Grace, double Psychic Energy on to the active, and attach for the turn, and that means a big Psychic attack for 140. What is going on here? Crazy stuff happening so far with Noivern and Sigilif. And all right, well, this game is far from over, right? My opponent has double Garbodor in play. That's not a good thing for me. So I don't know. I'm happy we got the knockout here. Got the 2 prizes on the Mewtwo. Got the Dusclops out of the prizes. All right, so all sorts of stuff could be happening here. It's anybody's game. I don't really know what to expect. My opponent has played down a bunch of crazy cards already. Super Scoop Up, a Scoop Up Cyclone, a Town Map. There's a Pokemon Catcher, a Heads. Actually brings out Noivern. I was expecting Duskull to get knocked out there, but no, looks like Noivern's coming out, and we got the Heads on another Echo location. Not sure how relevant that 30 damage will be, but hey, I'll take it. Didn't take damage. Cool. Got the switch. Gonna switch into my Noivern and get Dusclops out there. Might as well drop down the laser, get some additional damage in play. And we can play an N, get some fresh cards, and boom! Burst. 30, 30, 30 all around. Alright. So at this point, we're building up a decent amount of damage in play. My opponent doesn't really have a great way to knock out Noivern this turn, so this could be pretty cool. Could be another opportunity to get some more damage in play. Echolocation heads again. Now this is extremely lucky, but this is the kind of thing that could happen when you're playing Noivern, I guess. Wow, that's pretty silly. My opponent's down to 2 cards, so I'm not even going to bother with an N here. We're going to Boomburst once again. Look at how much damage we are spreading out here. 30s all over the place. And, you know, if we can get that Dusknoir out eventually, I think we can pull off a win here. Here comes Yveltal EX, Echolocation, Tails this time. Uh-oh. That was the one we needed to survive, but hey, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to promote Sigilif and then play the N here. That's cool with me. So I have the Phoebus I can put down. I don't think I'll really use my Lodic again, though. Again, as long as I get Dusknoir in play, I should be able to win. Seems like it anyway, or at least use Boomburst again. We'll get a bunch of prizes. But there is the Floatstone, putting the brakes on the Dusknoir, saying no more abilities for you, and also shuts off the Sigilif here, so that means, cannot use Safeguard, which means Yveltal EX can indeed knock out the Sigilif, and now we're left at a difficult position. Maybe I should have benched the Phoebus. I think I have another Milotic in the deck, so I potentially could have used it and powered up a Boomburst at some point. You know, I guess that could have been good, but oh, well, too late for that now. Draw the Milotic, go figure. But I think it's time to go for a big Juniper. 12 cards in the deck. If I can draw the Dusknoir and the Startling Megaphone, I will win the game. But no, looks like I will have 2 cards remaining at this point, and they will be Startling Megaphone and Professor Juniper. So, I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but hopefully Dusknoir doesn't get knocked out. You know, if there's like a catcher and a knockout, that could be awful. I don't know if I'll win if that's the case. I would need to flip heads on a big Boomburst to win at that point. I don't know, guys. It's going to be close. That Garbodor is being a real pain. But looks like no, just an Oblivion Wing. And that means, well, let's see. How much damage do I have on the field? We have 90 there, and let's see, if I move 6 to the Yveltal EX, it's 2 prizes. 1 to the Garbodor, 1 to the other Garbodor, that's 4 prizes, and we do have enough damage to pull that off, so it's kind of a nerve-wracking moment, since I'm going to have to Juniper, and it's basically all in. If I don't win here, I lose the game. But I know the last card is the Startling Megaphone. Just got to triple check my math here to make sure that I don't lose if I do this. And here we go, Sinister Hand time. Moving the damage one at a time. So we're going to move 6 over to that Yveltal EX, slowly but surely. And my opponent's saying, no, Dusknoir. Yep, Dusknoir is pretty good. I think everybody knows that at this point. Sinister Hand, goodbye, Garbodor. And Sinister Hand, goodbye, other Garbodor. And Noivern, Dusknoir, Milotic, and Sigilif combine to take a win against Super Scoop Up, Cyclone, and company. Oh, man. All right, well, there we have it. Noivern Boombursting to victory. I must say this deck is not good at all, and it took me forever to find a game where I didn't get steamrolled. But hey, finally found one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will certainly have some more videos for you guys soon. I am Pooka from the Top Cut, and I'll see you guys next time.